Real Madrid just got humiliated 4-0 to PSG. Xabi Alonso just took the biggest butt kicking of his Real Madrid short career against PSG. And I got people on social media, my amazing viewers, hitting me up saying, Skills, you said when Mbappe landed Madrid, everything would change. Skills, you said that Real Madrid is back. Skills, why are you not saying nothing? Real Madrid's getting destroyed and you're so quiet. Why are you hiding? So I'm reading all this. This is what I wake up to. I was going to wake up, hop in the shower, you know what I'm saying? Brush my teeth, shave, do all my stuff, and kind of go about my day. But the first thing I did when I woke up, I checked my text messages, and all my Madrid fans were hitting me. I mean, all my Madrid homies, man, were hitting me up. Big Madrid fans. I got a lot of fans that you know, my homies. But there's one in particular that's really big. He's watching right now, 100%. And yeah, man, he's messaging me about how terrible Madrid were, and I just replied, I just woke up. And the truth is, y'all, I just woke up. A lot of people claim I'm the biggest Madrid fan on the planet, right? But I hope that y'all can see through this now that you think if I was a Madrid fan that I'm missing a semifinals of a competition. Y'all really think so right now? On this screen right here, right now, I have the highlights on. Now, I've seen bits and pieces of the highlights, but I kind of wanted to watch the whole thing and really give my thoughts because I don't need to see the game to give my thoughts on this. I don't. Before the game, I told my homies, Madrid's going to get smacked. It doesn't matter if their center back got a red card. It doesn't matter who lines up in the back. Real Madrid is going to get smacked because Real Madrid is going up against the best team in Europe. And Xabi Alonso hasn't had enough time. So do I need to watch the game to tell you guys how I feel about today? The truth is, we got what we got last season, right? Absolute disaster class of performances from the center backs. Losing the ball, whether your name is Rudiger, whether your name is Asensio, losing the ball on the back is something that Madrid consistently did last season. Their defense has crumbled under pressure. Their defense has crumbled in big games, and they get exposed against teams that play high attacking lines. If you don't believe me, go look at the scores in the Madrid-Barcelona games from last year, and there is nothing more that needs to be said. When there is a team with pace in the front that presses high the way PSG does, Real Madrid, regardless of their coach, do not know how to cope with it. And when I say Real Madrid, I mean this back line, right? And the only thing that they're bringing in is Carreras from what we can see. They brought in a center back and they brought in Carreras, right? Carreras is not the answer to Real Madrid's problems. And I keep telling my homies this. I keep saying, look, Carreras is a great player going forward, but defensively, he's not going to give Madrid what they need. So in the first 8 minutes of this game, just based off seeing the highlights I've seen and the highlights going on right here, I believe it was Asensio. Was it Asensio who lost the ball in the box? It might have been somebody else, and it was Rudiger that lost the ball on the second goal. 8 minutes and you're down 2-0 because of unable to deal with pressing. Now, what people need to understand is that there is a few months here that are so important to Real Madrid. Because if Real Madrid do not sort this back line, Barcelona is going to do the same thing they did to them last year, this year again. Because they don't know how to cope with the high line. And we know that Barcelona is going to play a high line. We know that Barcelona is going to be aggressive. And we know that there is going to be Lamine Yamal or Rafinha pressing these backline players. And it's going to be very, very hard for them. The same problem Real Madrid has, my Benfica has. And so many times Carreras bailed us out by doing a skill move and dribbling out the back, and it got us out of pressure. Otamendi, Antonio Silva, and only because Otamendi's old now, they would always kind of fumble back there. And whenever a team pressed us high, we just didn't know how to do anything. We just crumbled. It's just like the same problem Real Madrid's having right now. So do I think Carreras will do well at Real Madrid? Yes, against the smaller teams. I think he's going to be a great left back for them. because it looks like he's going there. But again, pressing him high, he makes a lot of mistakes just like the Benfica players did. Now, maybe he might be different at Real Madrid, but the same mistakes you're seeing Real Madrid have, this is what Benfica has. The third goal that I just seen, the run from Hakimi, the finish from Fabian, I believe it is. And it's really time to start putting respect on Dembele, on Vitinha, João Neves. This team bought players well. They didn't just buy superstars with names. They bought João Neves as a baby. They bought Vitinha. They bought players that people weren't really looking at and are taking over Europe or destroying Europe. And I really mean that. They are destroying Europe because what they did to Real Madrid today is the same thing they did to Inter Milan a few months ago. And Inter Milan is very good defensively, right? They were in a Champions League final. So when you look at this, it's not just a Madrid thing. It's not just it's everyone. They are doing this to everyone they play. And I hope I'm wrong here. I don't think it's going to be close in the final. I don't think Chelsea can beat them. I don't think this team, I think this team is very hard to beat right now. I think this team is extremely hard to beat. I think Real Madrid should have come out with one striker, 5 back, and I don't know if that's exactly what they did, but I would have played a 5 back with one striker up top. Probably wouldn't have brought Mbappe into the lineup yet. I would have subbed him in. But this team, like even from these highlights, bro, they scored. They took a goal away here. This game could have been really, really, really bad. And this Real Madrid line, bro, I'm looking at it here. It's just not a good line, man. It's unorganized. And the crazy thing about Real Madrid, which is really weird to me, is they used to be a team, right, that had that Real Madrid DNA. What I mean by that is like, they never gave up. Y'all remember when like the game against City, how they had to come back that one year in the Champions League? They were a team that could always come back and you always felt they were going to come back. When Real Madrid goes down 2-0 against a good team now, I'm like, yeah, this is over. This is over. They kind of like just put their heads down and they kind of like don't believe in themselves anymore. And I don't know where Real Madrid kind of lost their way with that. But, you know, again, another big game goes by, another really bad result, and another time where, is this Gonzalo Ramos goal here in the 86th minute? Oh my goodness, man. What am I seeing? Is that Barcola? Oh my goodness, what am I seeing? What a goal, man. Unbelievable. I can't believe what I just seen. So I seen it now, man. And he hit the Jota. Love to see it, Gonzalo Ramos. Another big game, another game where they crumbled defensively, another game where Vinicius Jr. hasn't shown up, another game where it feels like, for me, Mbappe might be being used poorly. It's tough, man. It's a hard task for Xabi Alonso. I don't know what else more to say here. I don't really know what else I can say that Madrid fans aren't already feeling inside. A team that gives up after going 2-0, a team that can't deal with high pressure, a team with center backs that lose the ball way too much in bad positions. You cannot make mistakes. To beat this PSG team, y'all, you can't make mistakes. You cannot make mistakes, bro. You cannot. Y'all remember, if you go back to this video, go back to my videos and go look at when I said that. Remember when Benfica beat Bayern and we went to the other side? And I was like, man, I would much rather play Chelsea than play the Brazilian side. And then if we get through, we have to play PSG. I don't want to play PSG. I would have just rather gone home to Chelsea, because the way we would have went home to PSG would have been like 8-0. I'm saying that as a Benfiquista, as a fan. I love my Benfica. I did not want to see my team get humiliated. So we played Chelsea, and it was a game, back and forth game. Really, Chelsea had possession. We played an all right game. We get a red card. The game ends 3-1, but the game was very close. We went into extra time with them, and they ended 3-1 with a red card. Cool, close game. Against PSG, Benfica was going to get humiliated, bro. So I did not want to go to that side of the bracket. I was like, man, I'd much rather play Chelsea, because playing this PSG team is freaking scary, bro. It is a team that when they play your team, they are hard to play against. They press high, they play well, they pass well, they score well. So should Madrid be like, look, it's a bad result, but it's a wake up call for Madrid. And hopefully, it's a wake up call for Florentino, that he can realize what the problem is. The problem wasn't Ancelotti and Xabi Alonso. Obviously, Xabi Alonso, I think tactics are way more important for this Madrid team. They need tactics. Ancelotti wasn't like this tactic masterclass guy. But what they need to realize is this back line might not be good enough. They might not. This back line might not be good enough. And I don't think Paredes is the answer. I think he'll help them, but I don't think he's the answer defensively. But I don't think that Madrid's center backs play that well. So let me know what you guys think, bro. And again, I love Rudiger. I absolutely love Rudiger. I think Rudiger's an absolute beast. But you can't lose the ball the way they're losing the ball. You know what I mean? It's not that they lost to PSG. It's you can't lose 4-0. You're Real Madrid. You can't lose 4-0. You can't. That's just not what you can do. Just like Barcelona, you can't lose 4-0. You're Barca, you're Madrid. You got to be in the big games. You got to be in it. You can lose, but you got to be in it. Real Madrid was never in this game. Real Madrid never had a chance in this game. Real Madrid got absolutely annihilated, destroyed, humiliated. You feel me? Absolutely humiliated. They got to sort this back line, man. Y'all let me know what you think, but I think it might be time to move on from Rudiger and I don't know. They blame Fran Garcia. They blame this. They blame that. But the truth is, when they play a good team, they all crumble. It's not Fran Garcia. It's not Rudiger. It's not Asensio. It's not whoever they play at the right back position. Trent now. It's not them. Real Madrid's kind of low-key been in shambles since Carvajal got hurt back there defensively. But even then, this team makes way too much mistakes out the back. Way too many mistakes. So y'all let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that they just need to get new center backs, a whole new back line. What do they need to do here? Which they kind of have a whole new back line now. They kind of do. They got Trent. When Dean plays, they're going to have Paredes. So maybe that makes a difference when they're all on the field. But right now, bro, they just not a good team defensively. And again, I love y'all. I swear I do. You guys are the best. I'm not a Madrid fan. I don't know how many times I can say this to y'all, bro. I was sleeping, bro. You're probably like, Skills, what are you doing sleeping this late? My baby fell asleep in my arms, and it was like midnight, and my wife gets to sleep, and my wife hasn't slept like 5 hours straight since a month and a half ago, since we had a baby. He was sleeping so well that I was like, man, if I put him down, he might wake up. I just left him on my chest, and I played college football in a game called Diablo on the PlayStation all night. And I let him lay for like 7 hours on my chest. And he just slept. And my wife got like a crazy good sleep in. And I thought to myself, I'd rather her get sleep than me move. So I just sat there, let him sleep, let her sleep. I didn't use the bathroom. I didn't get no drink. I just sat there, bro. And I was like, I'm not going to move because if he wakes up, she has to wake up. And I need her to get sleep. So, bro, I just sat there playing games all night. And, yeah, I went to bed probably like, I saw the Washington Commanders reveal their new jersey, which I'm super happy about. And that was probably like 9 a.m. I probably fell asleep like 10 a.m. And I just woke up now. It was like 5 p.m. my time. The game was over. So, yeah, that's why I didn't see the game. I would have been up. I don't want to miss a game like that. But, you know, sometimes things in life are more important. But, yeah, I'm not a Madrid fan. If that was Benfica, I'd have been up. My clock would have been set. 3 o'clock, I'd have been, went to bed at 10, woke up at 3, watched the game. But it's not Benfica. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all soon. Peace.